Hey, everybody. Happy 2025. Most people in January, they start setting all these goals and they're determined they're going to lose 100 pounds. They're going to get super fit. They're going to be so organized. Well, I can't help you with most of it, but if your inbox is overflowing, if you search for 30 minutes trying to find that document and you can't find it buried in your Google Drive, or you've changed your password 5 times because you can never remember it, stick with me. I've got a few quick little tips that I just want to share with you. So I'm going to just open up my screen here and let me just share a couple of things with you. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to mention is, if I can find my email over here someplace. So let's start with this dear old inbox here. If you feel like you're drowning and you hate to even look inside your inbox, here's a quick tip for you, a couple of tips. First thing is, most email systems allow you to do some sorting. So you could sort by date, but you can also filter. Well, what we're going to do is sort from the from category, okay? And then it'll put it in alphabetical order. Now, here's the tip. If you've got 20 email messages, or maybe I have 50 here from Alan, and they're still in my inbox, one, either I'm not reading it anymore, or it's not serving me. So instead of it cluttering up my inbox, am I going live? I can never tell with this. What you need to do is you could set up a rule on the back end. So every time this person sends you an email, it goes into a certain folder. So that's one way that you could do it. You could also decide that, you know what, maybe I just want to unsubscribe from this one person. So you've got them all sorted. You can just unsubscribe, and then you can just grab that chunk, get rid of them. Now, here's the next suggestion that I give you. If your inbox is overflowing, then I want you to come up to your very top of your folder, and I am just going to create a new subfolder. And I think I already did this before, so I am going to call it 2024 archived emails. Okay, call it anything you want, but I just want to put it up here at the very top. Then what I want you to do is I want you to go all the way up to the very top, and then I want you to go all the way down to the very bottom. I won't make you watch me do that. Select that, and then take that whole chunk of emails, move it over to your archived folder. It's going to do two things for you. One, it's going to release all of this pressure. So when you look at your inbox, you have a clean slate. Then all of the emails that you haven't dealt with the last month, 2 months, 6 months, they're sitting over there nice and tidy in that archived folder. Then you can go through it. You can sort your emails, again, by date. You can sort it by who it's from, however it makes sense to you, or whatever it makes sense to you, so that you can go through it and kind of get things cleaned up. Now, if you really do struggle with keeping your inbox to zero, I've got a free little mini course. Just remind me in the comments below, and I'll send you the link for that. It will change how you work in your email, your inbox. Okay, so that is the first little thing. Let's move everything over to an archive. Sort from the from name, so you can see, okay, I've got 100 emails from this person. I've never even opened them. I think it's time to unsubscribe. All right, another quick little tip. I always do this up near the top. I always create a folder for all of my receipts, my electronic receipts. I give it the year and then just call it receipts. It's up there sitting at the very top. So anytime I get an email receipt, something that I purchased, I grab that, just drag it into the folder. Easy peasy. At the end of tax year, I am good to go. So that's the second little tip that I will give you. Now, let's talk about passwords. So I've got, if I can find, yep, here's a cool little spreadsheet inside of my Digital Business Academy. Every month, I deliver all kinds of goodies like this. And this is a password keeper. You could just do it on a spreadsheet, but this just looks pretty fancy. Basically, it has 2 tabs, and down at the bottom, there's a database. You just start every time you need to log in someplace, capture all of that information. And what's nice about this spreadsheet is you can group things. You can come up with different groups. So maybe this is a financial, maybe this is software, maybe this is entertainment, however you want it. And then you've got a running list of all of your passwords. And then in the search tab, you can just search, what's my Netflix password, or whatever it is, and it will bring it up. So this is a really cool spreadsheet that you could use, or you could create something like this to make it super easy for you. Now, I also have another free little mini course someplace that talks about how to create passwords so that they're unique, that they're hard to break, and you never forget them. I had come up with a little system, a little pattern. And if you're interested in that, comment below. Hey, it's all kinds of presents today, and I'll dig that out of the vault and share that with you. So we've got our inbox conquered. We know what we're going to do, a fresh start, and then we're going to stay on top of it. We're going to come up with some kind of a system to keep our passwords organized. We'll know how to create our passwords so each one is unique, and we've got a place to store them. All right, what other goodies do I have here? Another thing to keep you organized, and again, a lot of these things my Digital Business Academy members get, so get in on the inside so you get all these goodies. But again, you could create something very similar to this. This is just a simple spreadsheet, but it has just the main links that I use all the time. And you can set up different categories, whatever makes sense to you. So now, here's the key. You don't want to list every single website or every single whatever that you use, but just those top things, okay? And you will just use this as a way, so it's a quick reference. So, okay, here's everything for my team. Here's all of the different links that we use. Here's everything connected with my YouTube channel, et cetera, et cetera. So then I'm not rooting around in the Google folders all the time trying to find things. This really has become my second brain, my company North Star, so to speak. Because it has the main things I use over and over again. So that's another way that you can get organized. Let me see. Maybe I'll talk about that later. Then the next thing that I want to talk about is, at least here in the United States, the end of the calendar year. Guess what that means? It means it's time to start working on our taxes. And how many people groan when they say that? Because at the end of the year, you're probably sorting through that shoebox. You're trying to scrimp together all of those receipts that you've had. Yeah, you don't have a clue how much you made, how much you spent, all of that kind of stuff. This is a super simple, easy little bookkeeping system. Basically, this works like a check register, what goes in, what goes out. And then the other tab here, you can't see it because I don't have anything entered into it, but it has these lovely little donut charts. So you can, at a glance, see how much money you've made, what categories you're spending your money in, all of that kind of stuff. So it's a super simple one. I sell this on my Etsy shop. And again, it's one of the perks inside of my Digital Business Academy. So if you want to get your fingers on this, that would be great. Do you see that the trend here is we know that there's certain things in our business that we need to keep track of, that we need to find. So let's create some systems and let's get some tools and resources to make that job easier. Because nothing drives me crazier than to spend 30 minutes looking for something that I know I just used last week. If that's you, raise your hand. So anytime I have one of those experiences, it tells me, okay, I don't have a system in place, because if I did, I could easily put my finger right on that thing and I could get it. So do the same thing with your budget. A little side note, I keep my budget pinned to my taskbar. So literally every time I spend money or money comes in, I just click that open, fill it out, and I am good to go. Every day I know where I'm at in my business, and you should also. Let's see. One other thing I was going to show you. Let me go to our dear friend Google. And how do you keep everything organized in your Google Drive? Here's the key. I want you to think about your business like a regular brick and mortar type business. What do I mean by that? If you came from the corporate world, when you worked there, there were different departments, right? There was the human resource department. There was the payroll department, which maybe was part of HR, but you know what I'm saying. There was the accounting department, the sales department, the mechanical department, the IT department. I want you to think in those terms about your business. So what departments do you have in your business? And I have a few extra folders here, but I tell people when you first start, come up with just 5 or 6 different folders. So I have a client folder. I have a folder for my Digital Business Academy. I have a folder for my memberships, my products, my sales and marketing. Okay. So you should have just a few folders. And then inside those folders, you can nest and create additional folders if you need to. So for instance, in my client folders, inside of that, there's a folder for every single one of the clients that's working with me right now. When they're no longer working with me, guess what? They get moved into the past clients. So if you asked me where something was, I could put my finger right on it because I have things categorized like this. All right. So is that giving you some ideas on how can you organize things? Let me see if I can come back here and hide this and see a eyeball to eyeball. So doesn't take a lot. Just think about how do you, number one, what drives you the craziest? That means that's where you need to start first. So if your inbox just makes you want to throw up, then spend some time on your inbox. If you see that you're wasting a lot of time trying to find those files, then you need to spend some time in your Google Drive. I try to mirror my computer hard drive with the Google Drive so that I'm thinking the same way. Okay, I have a clients folder on my hard drive. I have a clients folder up on my Google Drive. I know exactly where I'm filing things. I know exactly what to call them because, again, I've created these little systems that just make everything run smoothly. So, it's like easy peasy for me. If you want more help with things like that, reach out. I do one-to-one coaching on this, or join us inside of Digital Business Academy. I have all kinds of wonderful resources and tools to help you, because here's the deal. You want to focus on those money-making activities, not spending hours redoing a document because you can't find it. So let me help you get organized, and let's get your business streamlined, and let's have a great 2025. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you another time.